PowerShell. This will take about 10 minutes, so hang in there with me. So we are going to let it load, and we're going to go on step one. Okay, and we're going to go on server Hyper-V. We're going to go right click start and then click run. Okay, so we're going to go right click here. We're going to go to right click start and click on run. Now we are going to type PowerShell. PowerShell. Clicked it, pressed enter, or you can click OK, and it will pop up. Okay, great, we're loaded. Alrighty, great. We're going to type in C, lowercase c and D. There we go. And then we're going to do a little bit of a space and backslash. Remember the one right above the enter key. Alright, and we're going to be pressing enter. Alrighty. Now it should look like this. Now to create a new VHDX file type, we're going to type new. Let's type in, we're going to type capital N, new, dash, VHD. Alright, space, virtual, and then 1 dot v. What am I lost? I'm losing the thought here. Here we go. All right, and then space. Great. Capital SIZE. There we go. Bytes. Capital B. No space. And then this. And then space 5. Capital GB. All right. Great. And then we're gonna press enter. It's gonna initialize it. Bam. Should look like that. Alright, after this, the default disk type is dynamic because you need to specify the v.h extension in the file. Any VHD is created. Notice the physical settings is 4000 right there. The physical sector size is 4096. Great. Now, so above we just created a new VHDX. Now we're going to create a VHD. Alright, so it doesn't sound redundant. We're not doing the same thing. So we're going to type now new dash VHD space virtual 2 dot VHD space dash size. There we go. And capital bytes. 5 gigabytes. There we go. And now we're going to press enter. A video format virtual disk is created. Physical sector is 512. So you can see here is 512, and that's perfect. Great. Perfect. The virtual disk type, we have to now mount it. So we're going to type in the code M mount. There we go. Capital M dash VHD, all right, space virtual 1 dot D, oh no, sorry, dot VHDX. All right, great, and then we're gonna press enter. I know it's a lot of typing, guys, but honestly, we're getting there. We're getting there. We're almost there. All right. So it just okay. All right. So now we've typed that in. It's great. It's mounted. Perfect. In order for it to work with the disk, you need a disk number assigned to it. So we're going to type now. Now we're going to type get capital G dash capital disk disk get disk. We're going to press enter. Okay. Now it's going to pop up all this information on the bottom here. Now we're going to look for the 5 gigabyte disk. It should be assigned to number 1. So the 5 gigabyte disk, there we are, number 1. Perfect. Now we're going to bring the disk online and initialize it. Man, there's a lot to do to get this thing running. So let's do this. All right. So to bring the disk online and initialize it, we have to type the following. Let's type in set, capital S-E-T, dash D-I-S-K, space, dash number space 1. Okay, And then we're going to keep going. Space, dash, all right, I, capital I, S, capital O, FF, line. There we go. Space, money sign, false, lowercase. All right, great. And we're going to press enter. Okay, that's set. Now we're going to also type again. Let's keep going. And we're going to type initialize, lies, dash, disk. Remember, capital I for initialize, capital D for disk, space, dash, capital N for number. There we go. Space 1. Now we're going to press enter. All right, perfect. Now we did all that work, and you're like, I don't see anything, Chris. Well, now to see the results, let's go check it out. We're going to type in get dash disk, capital D-I-S-K. There we go. We're going to press enter. We're going to notice that the disk has a partition style of raw before it was initialized, and now has a partition style of GPT. All right, so what it's saying is that we noticed that the disk partition style of it was raw before. So we're looking at it and you're like, I really can't tell, Chris. But over here, you see the 5 gigabyte says R, it's for raw. Now we're looking at it, we had the disk, remember it was number 1, M Healthy Online 5 gigabytes. Well, that right there was basically raw before. Now, get this out of the way. All right, now 1 megabyte Healthy Online 5 gigabytes G. And now that's going to be showing that's a style of GPT now. Great. That's just so you can have proof, guys, and you can see what you did, and you just think you just type. You don't think you just typed some random code or whatever and some commands and you just felt like nothing happened. So now you know something happened. So now we're going to create a new volume. We're almost there. We have a few more steps. That's it, guys. We're almost there. So we're going to create a new volume now. We're going to type in now here. We're going to type in now new, capital N, dash partition. There we go. Let me move my mouse so you can see. Partition, and then space, dash, disk, capital D, number, capital N. There we go. Space 1, space, dash, capital SIZE, space 4.9 gigabytes, capital GB, space, dash, drive, capital D, letter, capital L, great, and space, capital V. And now we're going to press enter. Yay. Okay, great, guys. So now we have that settled. And now because the physical disk is only 5 gigabytes, the largest portion, you can create a just smaller because it needs disk room for holding disk structures like the partition table and the sector information. Yada, yada, yada. Now we move on to the next step, which is going to be format the volume. All right. So let's format the volume. What is this? Qu'est-ce que c'est? You need to format the V volume before you can use it. Thank you. So it's agreed with us that we need to format the volume. All right. So let's format. Oh. Format. There we go. Capital F dash volume space V space dash file system. There we go. Space NTFS space dash. All right, and then we're going to type in new, capital N, file, capital F, capital S, system. Great, and then capital L for label. Great, and then we're going to go into virtual space. Remember the space between this, all right? Label, space, capital V, virtual. Yeah, there we go. And then vol. Perfect. Press enter. Now it says format volume parameter cannot be found that matches parameter name file. Format into SF. let's try that one more time. Alright, so the reason why mine received this was because if you look in my code, I didn't type in the S. And I'm pretty sure you caught me before and you're like, Chris, no! But it's like a Dora the Explorer kind of situation where I'm like, huh? Can you find the wrong answer? Alright, let's go. Let me just type this real quick for you guys and then we can move on. There we go. And we're working now. We're cooking. There we go, guys. That was my problem. See, very small little detail, but you gotta pay attention. Alright. So, to show you, I left it there so I could have edited this out, but I really wanted you guys to see that example of how I as well can make mistakes, you know? So let's continue. Now to see the disk management, we're going to right click start. We're going to go to disk management. Great. You should see the disk 1 in the virtual disks. So disk 1, the virtual disks here. And you can see that you just created and formatted. Great. Yep, this is us. Good job, guys. We did it. Lo hicimos. We did it. We did it. Yeah. Voila. All right. So now we're going to close disk management. Perfect. In PowerShell, all right, I swear to you, these are like 3 more steps. In PowerShell, we're going to dismount the disk by typing, okay, we're going to click in the PowerShell. We're going to type dismount with a capital D, dismount. All right, make sure you spelled it right. Then we're going to type dash VHD, all right, space virtual 1 dash VHDX. All right, and we're going to press enter. Great. All right. We dismounted the one we just made, that one we just saw, disk 1, the virtual 1. And then we're going to now delete it. So we're going to type del, lowercase, space, virtual, and then asterisk, the little star on top. Not asterisk, sorry. The little star on top. All right, great. Now we're going to press enter. Okay, great, 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 great. All is Gucci. All right. We're all set. We're all done. If you don't believe me, we did anything, you're like, Chris, that was complete, you know? So, let's look at it. Do you see disk 1 anymore? Nope. There we go. Perfect. Now it says close all open windows. Let's close that, and we're back to the blank.